Hey YouTube, today we're going to be talking about the attack patterns for the new weekly boss added into 1.5 for Genshin Impact, Azhdaha. Currently we are Hydro and Electro infused, the elements for this week. I assume that they'll be changing the elements next week or something like that, so it'll be like Pyro and Cryo. So this is strictly for the Hydro and Electro elements for Azhdaha. So first attack, he throws 4 shards into the ground. That will send off a shockwave after a second. He will go underground as well, and rocks will start falling from the sky. And he'll chase you down if you notice. He'll chase you down. And normally you're going to be like in the center, right? He'll disappear. He'll come up like right behind you and chase you down. Sometimes it's hard to dodge that attack. What I want to show you is that if you go to the very edge of the map and hug the corners, he'll spawn in the center and then try charging at you. It gives you more time to dodge that attack. And I'll show it off once more just to show you. So that's the shockwave attack. As you can see, we're on the very edge. He spawned in the center and didn't spawn towards us. And now he's like aggroed on the wall. So it gives you plenty of time if you hug the outside if you want to be safe during this phase and not get hit. We're right in front of him, so you should do like a cone attack or a charge. That's a charge, which does send rocks flying. If you're like right behind him, if you get behind him during that attack, he will do a tail whip. That's his ground pound attack. 2 shockwaves go off. Oh, that's his putting his paw down, which will send, what, 3 shocks out. That's the breath attack that I like to call it. If you're in front of him, the cone attack. I want to try and get behind him. That's his paw again. 3 attacks. I'm right behind him. He should do a tail whip now. He should do the tail whip now, right? We're behind him. Hey, buddy. That's 1. That's a tail slam. But he also does a tail whip if you're behind him. Like that. A quick 180. So normally when I try to fight him, I'd like to stay in front because that's a little bit easier to manage. Then, of course, if you want to attack from range, you can do that as well. So that's the first phase. Alright, we got phase 2. The Hydro phase. First, he'll do a breath attack, or a roar, I suppose. He'll summon Hydro orbs around the map. I would have said staying on the outer edge would be safe, but I think it might just be RNG on where the orbs will spawn. What's worked 95% of the time for me is hugging the outer edge during the second phase. He doesn't have the usual ground pound attack like so. That does send out little Hydro bubbles towards you, and I think like 3 directions. And then he has this attack whenever he stomps the ground. You do have to worry about that. His ground pound will send out more little Hydro orbs towards you. He does send out the shards as well, much like in phase 1. That does send off a shockwave after a second. And then whenever he goes back to the center, he'll send out more of those Hydro orbs rotating around the map. Same thing, pretty standard. Charge attack, he still has. He sends out those little Hydro bubbles whenever he does the ground pound. Alright, so now we got the Electro phase. Phase 3. There's a few things you have to watch out for on this phase. First, he's going to go underground. It's going to be super hexagon. You got to dodge areas, find the correct area. It's easier if you go towards the center, then find the free spot right here. It's 4 times. So try to get closer, not try to be far out. You can cover more ground if you are closer rather than being far away. So 4 attacks, we're safe. No damage done to us. Comes back out. And then we may begin. Everything is standard. He has the Hydro ability still back, so watch out for those little spots. You should be spawning some Electro orbs in the sky, but you can easily just outrun as long as you are further away. You have plenty of room. This attack, you got to get the timing down, but you can't iframe it like I did for the last 3. Unfortunately, the first one kind of caught me off guard. I will say, if you have a shield user, if you cannot iframe, it's probably best if you use a shield user like Noel, Zhongli, Diona. It would definitely help. The bubble attack, being on the outer edge, as you can tell, there's that bubble. It does not work. So the strat that I said about being on the very outside of the edge on the Hydro phase doesn't work for this phase. Because as you can tell, that thing is hugging the edge of the map. And attack again 4 times, lighting or shocking the ground. We iframed through all of them perfectly. But again, if you are not able to iframe, you can use your ultimates. Your ultimates, depending on what character you are playing, it does have an iframe. Or you can use a shield like Noel. So I'll let him do that attack again. We'll use Noel's shield just to see how much damage we can tank. Alright, now let's see. How much can we tank? Noel's shield. So if you can't dodge that attack with iframes, Noel's shield can absorb all of the damage taken. We have 1900 on defense for Noel. A white blind that is level 90. Refinement rank 1. Artifacts is only a 2-piece, so not even a bolide. 1 defense gladiator with physical damage. I know, I'm rocking a scuffed setup for Noel. And my talents, it's only level 6. Did not even go beyond that yet. 0 constellations, so it's not even upgraded. Your Noel can do this as well if you are looking for someone to absorb that attack if you cannot iframe it. Also, your shield on Noel, if you do get hit with the curse, can absorb that damage over time that you're going to be taking for getting hit by one of the Hydro orbs. So just keep that in mind if you have any shield users in your party. Please make use of them. Diona, Noel, or Zhongli. I also wanted to briefly mention that this fight currently going on versus Azhdaha is level 90. In the earlier stage of the video, he was level 60, but that was just to show off his moves. Level doesn't make the moves any different or anything like that. I just wanted to show you a level 90 Azhdaha with Noel's shield to see if you were able to tank that lightning attack. I think that was probably the most troublesome attack that he probably has. The level 60 in the earlier video was just to show off boss mechanics, and that was it. For the shockwave phase, you can also attack the tail while you're waiting if you are in the safe zone. Just an FYI for those who did not know. So bow users, catalyst users, definitely good. Alright, and I believe that was it for all of the boss moves for the new weekly boss. If I ended up missing anything, please let me know down below. I do know that I didn't show off too many of his back attacks if you're behind him, because normally you want to be fighting this guy from the front. You want him to be facing you. It'll make the fight 10 times easier, and having a shield user on your team will also make that easier as well. But if you guys did find this video helpful and informative, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm in terms of showing this video to other people. And if you made it to the end of the video and you're still watching, consider subscribing as well. 40 or 64.3% of you guys are not subscribed, and I have a bunch more guide videos coming soon. The new Abyss reset is happening, more gameplay, etc., all that good stuff, and I'd be happy to share that with you all. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying 1.5, and I'll see you guys next time.